Oh, am I starting?
So now that I've
Oh.
caught up with the boys, and I can do a real review.
Yeah,
What
we're
did
gonna.
y'all think about it? And I'll go last because I want to hear
No,
y'all's.
you go first. They
Me
heard
go
it on the pod.
first.
That's
Oh,
assuming
that's
they
true.
watched the pod. That's assuming they watched it
Okay.
all the way through as well.
That oh my
Wait.
god, the
Before we get
last
into
two
it,
episodes.
before we get into it,
Okay,
this
what?
is a spoiler review. There are spoilers. This is your
Yes,
warning.
Absolutely.
If you don't want
yes.
spoilers, get the heck out
So
now. Don't complain about it. All right.
If you didn't watch the show, what are you doing? Like,
so the last two episodes just blew my mind. They were so intense. I thought I was like watching a movie.
yeah, see,
Each time.
that's what
I
I
was like,
told
oh
Edward.
my
I was like,
god.
it felt scripted, like as if it's a
Like a
full
movie.
movie. Yeah.
Yeah. God, I don't even know. Well, I was like 4 episodes behind, and I feel like
A lot
don't
more
get me wrong, a
happened in
lot
that
happened,
last
and
4 episodes.
yeah, yeah. Well, don't get me wrong, like a lot of stuff happened all the way through, but it was the last two that like really got me.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
They were
last
like,
two
I
is
don't know,
like the
especially
payoff
just
to like everything. Like literally every episode before that was like little hints and bits, and then it just throws you right in the deep end.
Yeah, they were totally
yeah,
building up to it.
dude. And when Homelander, when he arrived at that cabin and saw those people with guns in his house, I was at the edge of my seat. I was like, okay,
Where you're like,
so
oh,
everyone's dead now.
you just look at them, they just all freeze, and they're like, we're goners.
Yeah. They knew they weren't gonna survive.
Like, well, it was nice knowing y'all.
Oh, I'll see y'all
It
later.
was like the mariachi. Like, I feel like them shooting at him at the end was just a mariachi playing as the ship sank on the Titanic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But what did you
And
like
then
and what did you dislike?
what did I like? I don't know. Okay, I like.
Like, let's go through and we'll do a top three
I'm
moments.
trying to think of what
for
I
each of
dislike.
us. Top three moments and like bottom three moments.
Ooh, okay. Starting with you, Anthony.
Y'all go
Top three
first.
high points. High points. My favorite ones was I talked about it on the pod, but it was the Frenchie lamplighter storyline that they did for a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
where it like went more into his
That was
past.
your top.
That's
Yeah.
probably that's number 3.
Oh, you're actually ranking them?
Yeah, that was probably number 3. Number 2, the thing that I liked the most is I really liked just Homelander's character in general this season. Like, they did a really good job developing him, like just progressing his fall into like craziness.
Madness,
Like, he
yeah.
was already
Yeah.
crazy before, but like you can see it progressively getting worse. Like, he just cares less and less.
You can see how much worse he's going to be next season.
My number one
I'm
is
so hyped for the next season.
my number one is I really liked the everything that had to do with Ryan being in the show. Like, everything that he was there for was executed super well, and like he was like the emotional like tie down. Like, all the boys and stuff were like, except for Butcher. Butcher this season was like super emotional, but like everyone else,
I loved
kind of like
Butcher.
straight face.
Yeah.
And Ryan is like the opposite. Like, he helped bring like everything down to earth. Like, from all the crazy action scenes, like being so far out there, he was the one thing that brought it down to earth.
Yeah.
You're like,
That's a
oh,
good way
that's
to
like an
put it.
actual kid.
Yeah. I think I have to agree with you. Sorry. For number 3 with but not just like Frenchie and Lamplighter, just like the whole flashbacks to the boys and how they've been doing this for such a long time. But I especially love the way they did they showed how Frenchie is not just this or he wasn't just this maniac. He actually cared about like the boys, and he had his own little family going on. So like he genuinely means everything he says. Like it's a lot more powerful now.
Yeah.
With everything he does. Number 2 would have to be the the whole just relationship with Butcher and Becca and Ryan, of course. Just I love the arc with Butcher, how he thought he lost his wife forever, and then like once and then he finally found her, and you think everything's perfect, and then it's not because he doesn't want to take care of Ryan, and then he has a kind of a change of heart at the end, but only because his wife died, and it just really shows what do you call it? So much character development for him, because now like he wants to do what's right.
I think
More
the
than
character
ever.
development is most prevalent whenever Becca died because of his decision to take care of Ryan. If
Exactly.
he would have just left
Yeah.
him, then she would have still been alive. But the fact at the end that he didn't immediately turn and blame Ryan for it was like peak. You can see how much he's progressed like as a human throughout the show. I think that's where it's most prevalent.
Yeah. No. Yeah. And number one is just the entire storyline with Vought, how it's been built. Like season one was built up how like all these soups, like if everyone had powers, like they would not use them for good. Most of them wouldn't. But season two focused on how Vought is the real villain controlling everything behind the scenes,
Mhm.
which I really enjoyed.
Big Brother-esque company.
Yeah. Like even they were like they're even in control of Homelander. Like Homelander has like almost no say in what they're doing, and they know exactly how to handle him.
Mhm.
They're not
I
scared
think
of
that's
him
crazy.
to a point.
I thought it was crazy how the owner was just kind of just sitting there straight-faced as Homelander was like threatening him, and he was like, "Yeah, crazy, bro, crazy
Homelander-
story, but I don't
Hom-
remember who asked."
Homelander was like, "I'm gonna freaking destroy you," and he's like, "Don't talk to me that way."
Okay.
It was like that.
Yeah, I
that,
think it's
that Among Us meme. You just hit him with the "Congratulations, bro. 0 people asked."
I think it's crazy because like if Homelander wasn't all about his like public appearance, he would destroy everybody. And
Yeah,
I feel like I'm like super curious as to what's gonna happen next season, and I think he's gonna go off the deep end.
I think the crazy part
I
about
don't
it is
think-
like Vought is like, or Homelander is all Vought's fault. Like it's
Yeah.
their fault that he was raised the way he was and he came out the way he did.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, but oh dang, I guess we glossed. I glossed over that. Just how we talked about it, obviously, Edward, but how Homelander and Ryan's relationship truly blossomed towards the end, and you see a lot more perspective into Homelander's side of things.
All right. Like I'm gonna ask you this, Anthony. I said it on the pod, but do you agree with me when I say like Homelander wasn't that bad of a dad? Like he actually like took care of him like a normal dad would,
No, I disagree.
right?
I disagree.
Why is that?
Other than him,
Because
him
he
just
wasn't-
flicking him off the ledge,
No, because he wasn't doing any of it for himself. He, like, I mean, for the kid. Like, all of his intentions are selfish, And if he like actually cared about the son's like well-being, he would have left him with his mom, and sheltered him from everything else.
Well, you see, and what I was
That's what I
explaining,
think.
like he felt he was doing the right thing for his son by taking him with him and letting him live like a normal kid, right? Like he felt that was the right thing for him. So
I
it's
think
that conflict
that's
of
his
interest
excuse.
type thing.
I think it's his excuse. I think it's the public image. That's why he decided to go with him, to take him to that wherever he took him,
Yes, but if
and like
he,
him and Storefront publicly sat down with him, I feel like it was all a publicity
Yeah.
thing.
yes, but if he really wanted him to use his powers, wouldn't he have let him go through that? Whatever, where were they? Something like an
They were
amusement
at
park or something?
no, they were at a restaurant.
No, like
but
a restaurant. Yeah,
what I
they
was
would have.
saying-
They would. He wouldn't have saved him. He wouldn't have taken him away and sheltered him like that.
I don't know. I still think it's the publicity thing.
I agree. I think it's a mix of both, honestly. I think it was part of him trying to fill that void that he never had and trying to, because his whole thing this time was he was trying to build the family that he never had, right?
Mhm.
So there were selfish reasons behind it, but I feel like he genuinely cared about Ryan.
You could see when
Maybe I think he was pretending to care, but I
the
don't
big
know.
heartfelt moment. Well, no, the big heartfelt conversation with Ryan. He was saying how he knows that he can't be raised as a normal kid because he has powers and he needs to learn to control them early on. That's one. And two is how he was saying he was raised without a mother or anyone to relate to. Everybody was scared of him, and he knows that he can relate to Ryan because he's the only one that has the same type of powers. He's the only person that's truly like him.
Maybe. I don't know.
I feel
Okay,
like of
so-
all his flaws, like of all his like bad stuff that he does, that's like the only redeeming quality he has. Is like he's a mildly okay father.
Yeah. I mean, you're not seeing peak Homelander. In the comics, he ate babies.
Sick.
Dang.
Like, dead
I didn't
serious.
know
He
that.
just, like, ate them up.
Nice.
That's crazy.
Wild.
I didn't know that. I was like, I've talked to you all about this, but that last scene, I love all of Ryan's like arc and everything. Ryan is like one of my top favorite people. And when he finally uses laser eyes, I was so happy.
Right.
But anyways, when who was it? It was Maeve that was like, okay, you either leave him alone or this goes public. And not even a bone in my body was expecting him to let him off. I thought he was just gonna kill him. I really did. And I'm still surprised. Like, I'm still surprised that he chose to do that. Because I didn't think he was mentally strong enough, mentally capable of letting that go.
I
I
think
think
that was the thing. I think it was the opposite way. Like he wasn't mentally strong enough to bother fighting all the way through. I think he was just so distraught.
no, that doesn't make. I'm sure no, because that doesn't make sense. Because I feel like he when I say he isn't mentally strong enough, I feel like he would just snap, and just like, okay, I'm just gonna kill everyone and not think about it, and not because you have to have a certain level of self control in order to let them go.
I think he did. I think he was feeling the opposite. I think in that moment, he was less angry and more sad. And I think this next season, we'll see that sadness turn to anger. Because I think at that moment, he was like, bro, the only person I actually cared about just got like her face melted.
Not only that, the whole theme with him this season was he's not mentally strong enough.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. That's why I thought he was going to snap.
So he was just done. I said he was a shell of a broken man.
He
and we're
was
gonna
just
see
like
that
straight defeat.
Anger, exactly what he said.
I think definitely next season he will. Though I don't think
for sure. He's
gonna
go
about
way
the
off
publicity
the
thing.
Yeah, he went way off the deep end. Like, there's no way he's like gonna even like bother caring.
He's alone, and from like the last scene, he's gonna believe that nobody can stop him. Nobody.
I don't know. I want to see. I don't know. I want to see Ryan older though.
Yeah,
that'd be so cool.
He said, I was hoping that they would do like this like father-son post-up like series finale where like Ryan and Homelander just duke it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that they want to do at least 5 seasons. No, that's the plan. So that won't be for a while, I would think. But
how old is Ryan? Like by the end of the 3 years from now?
Like 15.
He'll be like, dang. So 3 years from now, he'll like mature. So he may be able to post up.
I mean, there'll probably be a big time jump, I would think. There's a good, genuine time jump. But what should we say about the season as a whole, though? You're just really talking about key moments.
Yeah, I loved it. Dude. I
mean, the key moments make the season. Yeah.
What did you think about the whole storyline with the Deep?
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that.
I think it's one of those things where it's
just
like
weird.
It feels at first like it's way out in left field, but eventually they're just gonna bump parallel glide into each other.
And I feel they're definitely going to in season 3. Yeah, they're gonna bring it even closer.
Season 3 or season 4, I don't see them like super colliding yet, but like season 4, I could definitely see a Vought Church of Collective like secret organization post up square.
I meant just like the Deep and not.
Well, they
not
just
the church. I think the church is going to take longer, but
they just killed the boss of the church, so that's why. Yeah, it might be a bit.
Okay, I was shocked that it was that one lady though.
That was killed everyone. Too.
And now she's mayor.
It to be her.
And now she's mayor. What the heck?
She was running.
Did
for
she
office.
Become mayor?
She was running for office.
Yeah.
She didn't.
Did she?
Yeah,
She
but
was,
I don't
she
remember.
was in the middle of her campaign.
she was running, but she's gonna win.
Well, I feel
Like,
like
it's
next.
just gonna
yeah.
I
give
feel
it.
like next season's gonna follow her campaign, and that's when stuff is gonna get real crazy.
Maybe.
But she's gonna get elected, and then she's gonna reveal that she has all this shit.
See, the thing I didn't understand is why did they bring in
That'd be funny.
the girl with the shaved head? Like, why did they bring that in?
I think that's just for later. They're saving her for later because
think
she seems like she's going her own path.
What if they're like sisters or something, or like clones? Like they figured out how to duplicate powers.
No, they're all genetically modified.
I'm just saying.
Nah. Well, I mean, they already can duplicate powers because they have multiple speedsters. Like, there's that one person that was threatening the, like, A-Train race.
Yeah. Well, maybe they're trying to duplicate like strong powers, and maybe Homelander and this other girl. I don't know,
Yeah.
No,
but
what are the
that's
things
what
y'all-
threw me off because that's
What are
what
the
I
things
thought
that
it
y'all
was.
disliked? There any dislikes?
There's one scene that like every time I think about it, it makes me mad. It's when
What's
Stormfront, she
I hope it's the one I'm
what's her name?
thinking of too.
Rebecca and Ryan were
Yes.
in the car and they're going away, and she flew in or whatever. Okay, like that was a good scene, and I was really surprised. What I didn't like was Frenchie and who was it? I guess
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember who it was, but they ran back to the car and it was like, the RPG, it's our only hope. Like, why would you say that? Because then she just blew it up. Like, running to the car saying, this is our only hope of defeating her. Obviously, she's going to blow it up. Like, what was.
Well,
I
I think
hated
that part and the part
Like, what
before
the
that
heck?
I hated whenever they pulled Beck out and then they were like, "Oh my God, is Ryan all right?" I'm like, "Of course he's all right. You know he's
Yeah,
all right.
right.
Yeah.
You both
Yeah,
know
he's gonna be
dang
okay.
well
Could have
he's
blasted through
perfectly
the freaking
fine."
doors of the car.
Yeah.
But I say, y'all just watched his dad fling him off a rooftop, and you have the nerve to ask if he's all right.
Yeah.
That's funny.
No, I don't have anything I really disliked.
Well, that was another high point.
Other because
I
it would
really
be
liked that
super
fight
nitpicky.
between all the girls, how they were all just posting up to Stormfront.
Oh
That
yeah,
was
Like, and
really
they just
cool.
like
Okay.
jumped her
Perfect.
like in an alleyway, and they were just kicking her on the ground.
old
it was
school.
like
Mhm.
they were like beating her like the Joker got beaten in the opening scene.
True. Dude, I really thought, like, she flew off, and I 100% thought she was going to go get Homelander, and they were going to come back and just, like, destroy everybody
Yeah,
together.
yeah. I really liked Stormfront's character too, and
I love Stormfront.
I kind of spoiled myself because when I was reading up on like what happens in the comics, because well, it's gender swapped in the comics. She's a guy, but he was also a Nazi.
Okay.
Mhm.
And towards the end, I was like, when are they going to reveal this? Because I feel like it took them just a little bit longer than I thought it was, and then when they finally did, it paid off the way they set it up. Because throughout the season, she really was racist.
Oh, for
Yeah.
sure. They didn't
Especially,
hide that at all.
Yeah, and I had my suspicions once A-Train was gone, and then but I thought it was crazy because even the Vought CEO or whatever he is, even he was mentioning like, yeah, she's racist, but like she's like the face of Vought, like we can't do much about it. Even though I'm an African American, like I just have to suck it up. And just her whole character,
Her character is awesome.
Aya Cash did a really good job.
I'm kind of sad that they killed her off, but at the same time, I can see why they couldn't afford to keep her around and stuff. But she's just like a cool
It
character.
would have been cool if she went up against Homelander. That would have been cool.
I mean, she kind of did. Just a little bit.
Not like a fight scene though.
Well, I mean, it's like extremely clear that she wouldn't stand a chance after Ryan lasered her face.
Well,
off.
no, she would lose, but it would be cool to see because she would have hold him off for a while.
No, they
It'd be an
fought
awesome
all
right.
fight scene.
Ryan literally just
Ah.
lasered her face off in like 5 seconds, dude. There's no way.
Nah, she would hold him off for a while.
Ryan literally said "bonk" and face gone.
Nah.
I think the only person in the because everyone was heavily involved in the season, like background with character
The
development.
only
I think
person
the only
I'm-
Huey was like the only person that was really left out.
I was gonna say I was really disappointed with Black Noir.
him
I was
too,
really
but
hoping they were gonna have him do more this season than he did last season, but he did about the same
yeah,
amount. He's just
he's
the
as
most.
I really
secretive
like
as he ever
Plug more.
was.
I say he
I'm
really
fine.
intrigues me.
Yeah, I'm fine with how much Huey contributed, but I just feel like compared to first season, he just wasn't as included in their
Well, he
script.
Well,
didn't
that's
need to
because
be.
the first
Not a
season,
big deal.
the main focus was he was bringing like the story into VOT, into everything. Like he was what brought us into VOT. But
Oh,
now
no,
that
I
we're
know.
in it, now he's not the
Now,
main
now,
focus.
now they used him to basically keep the group grounded.
Yeah,
That's what he's there for, because he's
Yeah.
useless
and to keep
everywhere else.
Starlight in the loop.
In the loop.
Yeah.
With the loop. More than that, what do you call it? Oh yeah. Oh god, I glossed over this. How Butcher, his relationship with his dad and how he blames him for Lenny's death, his brother, and we find out that he actually like really likes Huey because it's just like his brother who committed suicide, which I thought was a really
Yeah.
big deal for his character.
Oh yeah, like how they all were like, yeah, he was just like the foil for a Butcher. Like he keeps Butcher from going like way off the deep end and just doing whatever the hell he feels like.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Gives him a little bit more importance than before for Butcher. Like it shows you why he included him in the group in the first place. Like just everything he'd seen from him.
Anyways, where's your final rating? Spoiler ratings. If you watch the pod, you
I've
already know
said
mine
it.
and Noah's.
It is a 9.
Mine is a 10
I
out of
want
10.
to. I don't know. I know. I'm stuck between an 8 and a 9.
Well, what
That's
would drop
so
it to an
low.
8? Like what are your critiques?
That's so low compared to stuff Anthony gives.
I don't know.
I mean, you have to have critiques if you're going to drop it off.
Not necessarily. I mean, just.
I mean, yeah.
I'm trying to think.
I mean, if you're gonna drop points off, you have to say why it didn't get the full point.
Well, I mean, like, I'm not dropping points off. I'm just not giving it like a 10.
That's what I mean. You have to say why you're not giving it a 10. Like, what's keeping it from being?
Well, 'cause-
That's like if a teacher like you get 100 on a test, but she gives you a 90, and you ask her why did you give me a 90, and she's like, I don't know, I felt like it.
Well, this is a great show, right? But once I can finish all the season, it's not a show that I'm gonna go back and rewatch. Probably. I don't know. I'll give it a 9.
Hella weird. I don't ever rewatch anything. I think the only thing I rewatch is The Office, and I've only rewatched it twice. But other than that, I can't watch
The
things
only
more
thing
than
I've ever
once.
rewatched is Merlin and White Collar. Those are my 2 favorite shows.
I don't think I've ever rewatched a show.
I don't think I can.
And The Office.
I can't rewatch movies either because once I know what happens, the magic's gone.
Oh, I'll rewatch some movies, but I won't rewatch shows because I just think, I don't know, that's a lot of time that I could be watching a new show.
All right, so 2 9s and a 10. Not bad. This is a really good show.
This
Would
show's
recommend.
goated. My favorite.
All right. Well,
Well,
thank you guys for watching. If you guys
I
enjoyed,
hope y'all enjoyed.
we are also a full audio
Absolutely.
podcast, and we go a lot more in depth in this. If you guys want to hear more in depth talk about it, and yeah,
Make sure you say hi to your moms for us. And check us out on Twitter and Instagram at The Hooligan Hangout.